Okay. You checked out the microphone? Okay.
You got muted?
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked mine. I didn't check ours.
Okay. Not charging. Huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tune.
Okay. It's okay. It's because it is. Because it ain't no way to. Okay. I think it's because it's sitting on it. It's sitting on the cord.
You got your. Everybody got the blindfold.
You can unplug it. Let me unplug it.
Everybody got the blindfold.
You can unplug it. Let me unplug it.
Everybody got the blindfold.
You can unplug it. Let me unplug it.
Everybody got the blindfold.
You can unplug it. Let me All right, let me go back again.
What's up? I'm your man, William Hussey 365.
And I'm your girl, Ashley Good, better known as Ash Bash in your city.
Hey, I am Kimberly Hussey, formerly Miss Tree Monroe.
And I am Wendy Armstrong, also known as Wendy HLP.
Woo, 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 woo.
That's right. And we are
Not Your Average Podcast. Okay, do it. Power couple.
I feel a real presidential.
I have a little bit of wind today.
Ooh. What is wind?
Let's practice what's names.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've been trying to find a 1-1. Hold on.
It's a great one.
Okay.
Child.
I can't wait to hear
That was a perfect timing too.
So guys, without further ado, make sure you guys share the live for a chance to win $25 at the end of each and every episode. You are watching the award-winning Not Your Average Podcast, and we are delighted to have you here with us tonight. Right. So without further ado, I have to always start off with, how was you guys' weekend? How was your weekend?
What Melvin said? Oh, not Kimberly.
Not too much, Melvin. Not too much.
My weekend was good. It was great. Let's see, what did I do this weekend? Little rest, but it was peaceful. Gym as usual, work as usual. Just the usual program, just another weekend, but it was a blessed weekend, and I'm appreciative for it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about a fresh week. How about y'all?
I had a wonderful weekend. I'm just blessed to be able to be here to see another weekend.
Amen.
But I worked the weekend. I worked the weekend, and I say that in a good way. I worked, but I worked at peace, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I had a great weekend, and I'm here because it's Not Your Monday.
Yes, it is. Right. Yes, it is. I had a great weekend as well. Yes, just thankful, like you said, to be able to celebrate the weekend. Mm-hmm. Thankful for life and all of the challenges that come with it. But yes, good weekend.
I had a phenomenal weekend as well. I got a lot of things accomplished this weekend, and I rested too. And then I also went to celebrate one of my friends' birthdays, Velvet Wall. So yeah,
Velvet.
I had a good weekend.
Yes, happy birthday, Velvet. What is that, Velvet? That made me think of.
Don't do her like this.
Okay, sorry, Velvet. Sorry.
Don't do her like this. So today, guys, first of all, please make sure you guys are sharing the live.
Yes.
Make sure you're sharing the live, and make sure you're following us on our YouTube channel. I think. Hold on. Let me try to do the Chewy.
Ooh, okay.
Due diligence. Do I have it right? Because I need to make sure I'm telling everybody the right place to go.
All right, let me hear what you got.
NAPostrophe Average Podcast.
That's it. That's just like that. Just like that.
So make sure you're following us on YouTube, y'all, because eventually we love Facebook. We love Facebook. Facebook has been so good to us. I don't care what they say about Facebook; they are with us. But eventually, y'all, we'll be full throttle YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Global, baby.
Yes, I do want to give a quick shout out to tag underscore Steve, the _article for real, and I am _Lamar. Yes, thank y'all for tuning in from Instagram. Yes, she's a button lady.
Y'all, production gave me a new duty, so I'm in control of the hand claps and the smiles and the laughs, and she been on me.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd be like, hit
So I
the
did it
button.
right, y'all. But anyway, go ahead and take us up out of here, Will. Let everybody know what we're going on today.
Oh man, we're gonna set this thing off right. We're coming at y'all with a topic. Topic for tonight is generational curses. Do you think it's hindering or helping us as a people in this day and time, as far as our community, as far as our households, and so forth? But before we get into the topic, we have an amazing guest here tonight.
Yes.
So I want to bring this gentleman on. My brother, my partner. He has helped us tremendously. And he's going through some things. So we're here to help him out, and we're going to let him speak on that. But it's my brother, Big Coltrane!
Come on, Coltrane.
And we always call him the Big B&L Smith.
Thank you guys for the invite. Nacho. It's family right here. Family. I appreciate y'all.
Oh, thank
He's
you.
behind the scenes of this podcast.
Are you comfortable?
Today, Coach?
I'm good.
Okay.
Good. Pretty good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you for being here, Coltrane.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
So how are you feeling today? Let us know how you feel.
I mean, today's an amazing day, man. I take each one on one day at a time. See what we can do here.
Now, Coltrane, you know you the master.
Can I adjust the mic, Paul?
Yes. But yes.
That's all good.
But go ahead. Tell the people how you feeling. How you feeling today? How you feeling?
Oh man, it's a good day. It's a good day, man. I try to make every one of them better than the last. But no life comes without struggle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we just going through what we got to get to what we need to. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. What I got, man?
Go ahead.
So let's take it from the top. We know you've been dealing with some things. A lot of us knew, and a lot of us didn't know. And I'm glad that you were willing to come on here on our platform to express your true feelings on what you're dealing with, because a lot of people deal with this. So break it down from the jump, and I want you to start from the beginning, even when you were, after you explain what it is, go from the beginning on how you found out, how it got to where it is now, and things like that, if you don't mind.
So I have a hereditary disease called polycystic kidney disease. Long story short, it's kidney failure. It's hereditary. There's nothing that I could have done to prevent it. People are like, hey man, what about your diet? What about this? What about that? Nah, man, bad genes, I suppose. You know what I mean? But it's the hand that I was dealt. Polycystic kidneys. What is it? It is cysts, meaning polycystic. many cysts that reside in your kidneys. So where the cysts reside, the kidney tissue kind of dies and it loses function. So right now, currently, I have 9% of kidney function out of 100. So people usually panic if your cell phone gets to 9% or whatever. But imagine it being a vital organ. Usually, but I'm blessed. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Usually, people at my position, or usually around 15% or lower, they start dialysis. To God be the glory. I haven't had to start dialysis yet. You know what I'm saying? It's taking some sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Last year I was a little bigger. You know what I mean? I was at my heaviest. I was like 353. I had to lose some weight in order to be listed for a kidney transplant. They kind of want to see that you're willing to do some work before they put a kidney up in you. And quite naturally, I've lost over 70 pounds, and the journey continues.
Good job.
Clap it up for that, man.
Yeah.
Hard work, man. Hard work. You know what I mean? I like lunch. I love lunch. But, sometimes, man, you just got to make the sacrifice. So, how did I find out I had polycystic kidneys, man? Honestly, on accident. I thought I was having a heart attack, real life, man. Don't laugh. Thought I was having a heart attack, man. I went to the emergency room in Durham. This is probably 2012. I go to the emergency room at the VA hospital in Durham. Shout out to the VA hospital. Y'all did a wonderful job. And they when they're running all these tests, they're like, hey, man, we do not know what's going on. I'm like, man, I am dying. And it just started moving, like the pain moved a little bit. I was like, man, it moved. So they ran all these tests, they couldn't find anything. And then ultimately they did an ultrasound, like I was pregnant, squirt that little jelly on me and all that. You know what I'm saying? Did that 1-2 thing. And then the tech was like, has anybody ever said something to you about your kidneys? I was like, nah. Are you saying something to me about my kidneys? He's like, man, I'm not qualified to say anything. And then he left. And then him and the doctor started talking, and then the doctor came in. Well, long story short, it was gas. I thought I would have a heart attack, but it was gas. Man, they gave me some little antacid, and I was fine. But then it was like, hey, listen, your kidneys are twice as big as they are, as they're supposed to be. So we need to run some tests or whatever. And then it was like, hey, yeah, polycystic kidney. So it's 2012, and they're like, your kidneys are going to slowly fail you. Well, I'm like, man, whatever. You couldn't tell me nothing. Like I just felt like, I felt fine, looked fine, whatever. Fast forward to the COVID year. Every year I was going to get checked or whatever, and then the COVID year, because no one was seeing patients in, I couldn't go nowhere. So in 2019, I had 70% kidney function, 71 to be exact, 71% kidney function. I had nothing to worry about. 71, you got 70%, you good. Right. 2020, I couldn't see my doctor. I went back 2021, it was like, you got 22% kidney function. So now everything, what you're talking about, now everything's serious. So I had to start taking it serious, but still I wasn't fully grasping whatever. In 2022, they was wrapping up stuff, and they put a fistula in my arms. And so when we need dialysis or whatever, they'll go in here or whatever. And exactly what that is a little plastic piece that connects a vein to an artery, so you can actually feel the blood running through my arm or whatever. And like, you can touch it close enough.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah. So it's, you know what I mean? And so that was an adjustment. So once they put that in, I was like, hey, these folks not playing, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So if I'm serious about living, I need to make some changes. Yeah. I need to do whatever they say. And then from there on, it was appointment after appointment and everything like that. And so I think Mother's Day last year, I got flew out to Houston. The VA flew me out to Houston to do some tests to see if I can get listed on the kidney transplant list out there. And they was like, "Hey man, you need to lose some weight." Da 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 da. Of course, by that time, I'd lost probably about 20 pounds. So I started my weight journey, lost journey January of 2023. By that time, I lost about 20 pounds. So they was like, "Hey man, keep it up." Da 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 da. So I went through that process and everything, and here we are today. You know what I'm saying? That's the long story long, I guess.
Let's clap it up for that. Man.
Yes.
So where are you at now in your journey? You're in need.
Yeah. So I made a post back in October, something like that, and it was really hard for me to do, man, because I don't like asking anybody for anything. Like, you know what I'm saying, $1 or anything, but then to have to ask the masses for a kidney, that's really, really humbling and hard to do. But long story short, man, my best chance for survival is to have a live donor, someone who's living who says, "Hey, let me give you my kidney." And you know what I mean? And that's what I requested, you know what I mean? And part of, the journey, you have to meet with, some psychological people, man. And they like, one of the things they say is, "Hey man, you're actually worth someone making that sacrifice."
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's hard to, see yourself and they're like, why would you want to give, you know what I mean? And so I made a post, just saying, "Hey, I need a kidney. I need someone to become my personal hero." You know what I mean? And the crazy part is a lot of people, will attempt to do it. Some people will attempt to do it. And in order to be a live donor, you pretty much almost have to be a picture of health. Like, there's some people that wanted to do it. They've already X'd out, "Hey, you have too much BMI," or "Hey, you have high blood pressure." "Hey, you have diabetes," or "Your kidneys aren't optimal." So, you know what I mean? If you have good kidneys or whatever and you want to do it, there's a few things that people don't know. So the question I get asked the most is, "What is this going to cost me?" Well, it's not going to cost you anything, man. The good folks at the VA I've served, so because of my service, they're going to pay 100% of your medical care. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the list in Houston, and I'm almost on the list. Well, I'm inactive on the list in Winston.
What's that mean when you say inactive?
Okay, so there's an active list and the inactive. The inactive list means that I'm gaining time on the list, but while I'm inactive, they won't call me and say, "Hey, a kidney's here for you." But I'm still but the time counts. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So like I could be potentially moving up. So whenever I complete the lab test or whatever they need done after the medication, I'll go active. And instead of it being effective whenever that date is, it's already effective from when they. Yeah, exactly. Which is pretty cool for me.
That's a blessing.
Another question that I get asked is, well, if I give you a kidney and something happens to mine, my last good one, then what? Well, what people don't know is if you become a living donor of any vital organ and something happens where you need that organ, you're not on the list. You're number one on the list.
What?
You're number one on the list. Yeah, they're like, how could they not look out for you? And you did, the selfless act.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
so honestly, someone saving your life could potentially save their life in return.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
The next question that people may ask is, what is that surgery like? I don't know. I can tell you what they told me, right? But I never seen it. For a donor, they make an incision about 3 to 6 inches long on either side of your abdominal. It is I wouldn't say outpatient, but it's a small surgery. It lasts about 2 hours for you, and then your downtime is 1 to 2 days, and you'll be fully back to everything after a week. Now, for me, it's a little more intense.
Right.
You know, my downtime is like 6 weeks, but I'll take 6 weeks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But if back to the Houston thing, if the VA, this is what the VA would cover. They would take you and your support person and fly you down to Houston, put you in the hotel or whatever, do the surgery or whatever, and then that week cover your whatever. Now, they don't pay you for like loss of wages or anything like that, quite naturally. But there are some help groups that are actually out there. And I think you can find a lot of them at like kidney.org or something like that. I forget the website. I'll tag it in the comments at the end. But what else we got? What other question?
How does someone know if they are qualified, or is there a test that needs to get done, or?
So there is some kind of test. A lot of them preliminary is lab stuff. And then, they'll go a little more extensive with a lot more labs. Excuse me personally, my blood type is O positive, but so I could take either O positive or O negative. And I normally only say that, hey, I'm looking for an O donor. But that's not the end of the road. Say, I want to donate, but I'm not an O. Well, they have a swap program. Let's say that you want to donate and you're not an O. He needs a kidney and she wants to donate for him, but they don't match or whatever. They'll swap you guys where now I'll get your kidney, he'll get yours or whatever. But if they can't find anybody to swap with you, then they won't take yours. You know what I mean? So that's another thing, but it's a little hard to explain usually in text messages. So I don't tell people about it unless we're talking.
Yeah, on the phone. Yes.
So with the,
I have a question. This might sound like a weird question, but can you only get a kidney from a man?
No, it could be 18 to 80, man, blind, crippled, or crazy. They say anybody, anybody who's willing to give it. You know what I mean? Now it doesn't have to be same sex at all, same race, none of that.
right.
Oh.
So you got something?
Yeah. What age? You said 18?
Well, actually, it's 21.
21.
I have a nephew that's just turned 20. He was like, I want to do this for you, but he's not old enough. So But yeah, 21. Anybody above the age of 21, they say you're legal. You know what I mean? You know what you're doing. You know what you're signing up for, or whatever. And I appreciate that. I don't want anybody to feel bamboozled or anything like that.
Yes.
Is there a limit on the age? Like somebody?
Not as long as you can pass the qualifications that they have. I don't know all what they're testing for or whatever, but as long as you can pass it, there's no limit. And here's the part that a lot of people don't know. So if I was to get a kidney today, the average expectancy of it is 10 years. They would say, but then you're 41, right? You're 41. So yeah, in 10 years, I probably would need another one, some give or take. So the VA knows that. So they're willing to pay for up to 4 kidneys for it.
Oh, wow.
In case something happens or my body rejects the first one or whatever, which that's happened to people or whatnot. So they're willing to pay for 4. I thought that was cool. Like, wow,
yes.
You know what I mean? And again, like I said, they'll fly me and my support person out there and the donor and that support person. It's a little different if it's done at Baptist in Winston, but the VA is covering that bill too. So 100% no out-of-pocket costs for the medical stuff for whoever wants to do that.
Shout out to the U.S. for that, I guess.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Sam, even.
So let's get to the serious part, especially while we talk about time. Time is precious. So how much time do you have to get a new kidney?
Man, so honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I went really quick from 70 to 22. And for the last, I think right before I turned 40 in July of 22. I was at 14%. With me changing my diet and exercise routine or whatever, I went from 14% to 9% in 2 years' time. So I've kind of slowed it down. Well, God has slowed it down for now, but we don't know how long. It could be years, it could be months, it could be days. You know, I just honestly don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, because we family, right? Me personally, I fear going on dialysis more than I would fear the transplant surgery. You know what I mean? That's just something that I have problems wrapping my head around. Like, hey, I'll have to be hooked to this machine for 4 hours a day, 3 times a week. As someone who is constantly doing something, and then knowing that, you know, you'll be weak, you'll be tired, you'll be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I follow Freeway in his journey.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, man, and you know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. If that's what I have to do to see the next day, I'll do it. I'll do it in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? But you know, I just felt like being transparent. I think that part is more mind wrecking than having a surgery and a transplant, even though I know that road is crazy in itself too. But you know, they say God doesn't give you any battles that you can't handle. So, you know, I'm ready for whatever road I have to walk.
Most definitely.
But I've never felt like, and you know, this is a safe space, I suppose.
Yeah.
I've never once felt like that this thing would be my demise. I've never felt like that. To this day, I still don't. So,
That's right.
Love it.
So what percentage is your kidney at now? What
9.
you at 9%?
No.
Is that has it went up or is it just going up?
It's never going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it can
only go lower.
It can only get lower. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But like I said, usually by this time you're going to your nephrologist every month. You're going to you're doing dialysis 3 times a week. And my nephrologist, like my last appointment was in the end of January. She's like, I see you in 3 months, man. Like you're not having the symptoms. You know, you're still you know. And I have some symptoms. You know, the biggest one for me right now is a metallic taste in my mouth. Like that sucks. Food don't taste like it used to, but you know, whatever, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's small fish to a big giant, right?
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, other than that, man, looking at all the other symptoms that could be, I'm not experiencing those yet, so I'm thankful.
Me too.
Good. Well, thank you for your transparency, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
If somebody wouldn't know, they wouldn't you tell them?
Yeah, and that's
well, thank you.
That's the whole thing, man. I don't want to. I think I was sharing with some of the ladies before we recorded. Like I could waste time worrying about things that I still can't change, or I can enjoy my life, man.
Come on.
Yes.
I mean, and I'm telling you, I'm living it to the fullest. If I want to do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't.
Yes.
I don't care whose feelings I hurt, man. Listen, I got 9% kidney function. I don't care how you feel about me not wanting to come to your party. I don't get like
Good talk.
I don't give a shit. Sorry, I don't. I don't. I'm not going to. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a very selfless person, man, and people know me. You know, there's nothing I won't do to help, whatever. But I'm living in a time now where I'm choosing me first.
There you go.
It's really about creating memories and taking the people that's closest to me in case, you know what I'm saying, in case something happens and I don't make it, they'll have these times to look back on and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm still preparing for both roads. You know what I mean?
Right. So with that being said, can you share a few words about life and how precious it is to all of us dealing with what you're dealing with, but how did your situation empower you to live life to the fullest?
Man, so that's big. And I'll tell you the first thing I did. The first thing I did when I really started taking this serious, I said I gotta get back. I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Legacy, right? Legacy. I gotta do something. So what did I do? Well, for those of y'all who know me, I went to Smith and I was a hell of a wrestler. I started volunteering wrestling coaching. I'm giving back because number one, I can take these young black men and tell them, hey, life is important. Where you're at, man. I started out in Harrison Homes. Harrison Homes. Now in McLeansville. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we not in the projects right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to hard work or whatever. And show them that listen, if I could have made it out as knucklehead as I was, it's more than what they tell me. It's more than what they tell you. Life is bigger than Greensboro. I had to go to Japan. I had to get out of North Carolina. I had to go to Japan before I realized that my life was worth living. You know what I'm saying? And it took that time of me being in isolation, away from everything that I cared about or loved or thought I loved, to understand who I was and who I belonged to. You know what I'm saying? It's that lonely time that builds character. So get away from people that's only around you when times are good. Get away from them. Get away from them. You know what I'm saying? Learn to accept adversity. That's what I want to tell people. Learn to accept adversity. In order for growth, man, there has to be discomfort. You know, when a woman gives birth, that whole from the time she conceives to the time she delivers, there's discomfort. You know what I'm saying? We live in a microwave society where we want comfort in everything now. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm grateful that of all my mother's children, because remember, this is hereditary and it's from my mother. Of all my mother's children, it's me. I'm glad God chose me instead of my brothers. You know, so I'm glad. You know what I mean? Because I'm the middle child. You know what I'm saying? My older brother, everybody knows, he got 4 kids. I wouldn't want my nephews to be worried about their father like that. My little brother, man, he would be the baby. You know what I'm saying? Who better than me to walk through this and defeat him? You know what I'm saying? And defeat it. You know what I mean? And no matter the outcome, it will be defeat. It will be a victory because of the way that I choose to live my life. I choose to win every day. Every day I choose to win. You know what I mean? So, but back to your question of what words, man, life is precious. Life is precious. We got these young kids out here, man, who willing to take a life for no reason. Man, life is this is really all we have. Your time here, that dash in between your birthday and your death day, that dash, you got to make it meaningful.
Yes.
And what I've realized is my life is precious to me, but it don't matter if I'm not impacting others. You know what I'm saying? So, make your life count. Make it count. You only get one. I personally don't believe in reincarnation. You only get one. Make it count. Make your time. Make it count. You know what I mean? That's the advice that I would give anyone listening. Man. Make you stay count.
That's right, fam.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yes. I love it. Before you get to the comments, I do have to do a little housekeeping. I noticed something earlier. Now everybody could hear us, but I just wanted to get something all the way right.
Did I need to stop?
No, you can go ahead. You can keep talking.
Just like going to school with you and stuff, like you was always a very good guy. Like you just always was solid. You always kept the peace. You always just a stand-up guy, man. Just
I appreciate that, man. I wish everyone felt like that about me.
Man, I mean, you had your little moments where your little jokes and little cracks. Always a funny guy, but you've always been a stand-up guy. Like, who didn't love J. Coltrane? Who didn't love? I mean, come on, you know that. Like,
that's big.
You know everybody love J. Coltrane, man.
It means a lot coming from your peers. You know what I'm saying? Because you try to be young, man. You try to be funny and popular and all that, man. But as I get older, I try to be impactful. I try to make every encounter matter. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know our dealings behind the scenes or whatever. Again, that's about giving back.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Will, man, he'd be like, hey, bro, nah, man, I'm using your time, man. Nah, I'm giving my time. I'm giving it to you.
Yes.
I'm giving because
We
you're
appreciate
important
that.
enough to me. But, time is the most precious asset that I have right now. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm investing my time in you, that means I believe in you. That means I love you. That means I care about you. That means I want you to succeed at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? And even back then, of course I'm not going to say that every time I'm talking to somebody, but that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And we've had several conversations. Hey man, let me shoot you $1 or something, man. I wouldn't have known this if you didn't tell me that. No, I said, look, man, I had to grow through them mistakes. Why would I make you go through them too? You know what I'm saying? Let my experience be your teacher. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I try to live every day. Now, every day is not a victory. Some days OJ creep in. Some days I'm mentally beat. Some days I really don't want to get out of bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to paint a picture that's not true for you guys. But even in those days, I still do.
Yes.
I still do. You know what I mean? And that's the other thing, man. Mental health is crazy. It's crazy and it's important. It's important. And you know what I'm saying? My mantra, man, I look in the mirror every day and say, my only competition is yesterday's Jay. I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. Some days I win, some days I lose. But if I'm granted another tomorrow, I try it again. So that's the motivation that keeps me going. You know what I mean? Let's be better. I want to be a better friend. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better brother. I want to be a better son. I just want to be better at everything. You know what I'm saying? Some things I've already reached master level. You know what I'm saying? I can't get no better at wearing this green shirt. I'm only playing.
Too funny. Well, let me go ahead and jump in the comments real quick. Richard Singletary. Oh, guys, make sure you share the live. Share the live for a chance to win $25 at the end of each and every show. And you are watching the award-winning Not Your Average podcast. And we are here with Jay Coltrane. And if you missed the beginning of the episode, please make sure you go back and watch the conversation that we had, and he's telling us like his testimonies and the things he's going through right now, how we can help him, and how he's just so grateful for another day. Richard Singletary says, "Good evening, Nacho." Melvin Wall says, "Not Kimberly. I never heard her say that." T Nice Rose says, "Hey, Nacho crew. Hope you all had an amazing weekend. Thank you, T Nice, for always supporting." Marquita Pratt says, "Hey, y'all, blessings." Denise Smith says, "Family." Tamika Campbell is watching. She has the praying hands. Dormani Myers says, "Hey."
Hi.
Felicia Clapp is watching. Shakita
Hey, Miss
Good.
Felicia.
Jamil Taylor, thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Dominic Davis is watching. He says, "Family." Dominic Davis also says, "Big bro came to the Barber College and dropped some jewelry. I picked it up and been rocking it ever since he said hard work beats talent. When talent don't work hard. I told my son that and created a monster. Keep doing what you're doing, bro." Straight up.
That's it.
Absolutely. Michael Miller, shout out to Mike, says, "Keep pushing, brother. You are a great man. Live to the fullest."
Hey, shout out Tree, man.
Yeah,
Big Mike, man. Love you, brother.
Tree. Malik Good Vibes is watching. Shout out to Malik Good Vibes on the West Coast. Dominique Davis said he be dropping that jewelry, man. I love to hear you talk, man. Shout out to JoJo McLaughlin. He says it's all love.
JoJo, what's up, brother?
Shout out to Evangelist Carol Cubbage. She says, "Hey, Nacho family. Thank you for always tuning in." And also shout out to Gavin Mastro. And he says, "What up, guys?"
Hey, Gav.
Gavin. So thank you guys for tuning in. And we're going to go ahead and continue into this interview. We have a spicy topic.
That's right. So, Coltrane, we definitely appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your testimony. Thank you for being so transparent. Thank you for being motivational and inspirational to us all, my brother. And like they said in the comments, keep living life to the fullest.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Thank
Most
you guys
definitely.
for opening up your platform to me, man. I appreciate it.
Most definitely.
You know, if you guys ever need anything, man,
Mm.
always one call away.
That's right. That's
Oh.
right. But we don't want you to leave right now.
Man, I'm here.
That's right. Wendy, go ahead and take us off.
I want to hug him one more time.
I do want to say one thing. Coltrane, let everybody know how to reach you or contact you if they are interested in being a donor or they know someone who may be interested.
On Facebook, my name is Jay, spelled Jai. Big Train, Trane, Coltrane, J Coltrane. Instagram, I think it's Train Nation, TRANE_Nation. YouTube, man, y'all can find me at Man Down Sports. Shout out Big Mill and Man Down Sports, man. If you guys ever looking for a sports conversation, head over to YouTube, type in Man Down Sports. We over there, we talking about it. But yeah, if you're looking for me, like I said, man, they're gonna tag me down there. J Big Train, Cold Train. I got information, leaflets. I got whatever you need. You know what I mean? Whatever you need, I got it. And I appreciate you all, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
I wanted to say this real quick. I'm sitting here drinking my tea, and it says something special is brewing.
It
I
is.
just wanted to tell you something special is brewing for you.
I receive it.
Absolutely.
I receive it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Wendy Love.
Okay. So the topic today is, do you believe that generational curses has helped or hindered our growth and development in today's time, and why? I think to a degree, yes. It depends on what the generational curse is, because generational curses, they come in different forms. You know, you have generational curses as far as in situations with health. You have generational curses as far as situations when, for instance, a lot of people sometimes they have a lot of, like, if their parents have a lot of kids, sometimes the children end up having a lot of kids. You know, you have generational curses when it comes to anger. You have different types of generational curses. So I do feel like that it can hinder. But at the same time, I do feel like you have some good generational curses as well that can help. You know, you have some families in their household, they seen their parents do real well with their money.
Mhm.
They watch that. So now they know how to save. They know how to invest. They know how to, you know, grow and level up in their lives.
Mhm.
So it's just different ways. It can hinder or it can help. That's my opinion on some
Yeah.
things about generational curses.
Mhm. To piggyback off what you said, Wendy, I agree. I feel like some generational curses, it deals with the mindset of the new generation.
Mhm.
So, for instance, whatever the generational curse is from the previous generation, I feel like if the generation before you influenced you to do wrong or
Yes.
influenced you to do things that as you got older, you realized or recognized, okay, this ain't for me. Once you learn how to control your mind and how to
Yes.
think for yourself, I feel like they're able to be broken.
Mhm.
But as a child, like you said, if I'm a teenager and my father had kids at a young age, I'm thinking it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think a lot of generational curses deal with mindset, you
Mhm.
know, and
Yes.
the environment that you're in, the household you're in. Because say, for instance, if I'm growing up in a household where my parents argue every day, you know, or my father beats my mother, you know what I'm saying? And it's just one of them things. But say he did it when he was drinking, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? But I'm not a drinker, but I seen my father physically abuse my mother.
Yes.
To me, I'm thinking that's okay because that's what I seen.
Yes.
But I wasn't an alcoholic, but I picked up that trait. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I feel like, okay, I might be abusive until I realize otherwise, you know, like if you know better, you do better type of
Mhm.
thing. Because I know a lot of situations that was a generational curse that was broken once you got to a certain age,
Yes.
or once you knew better, you know, or was taught better and had that mind control. So I think it a lot of it deals with the mindset. Um, and it's a lot of trauma built off generational curses, man. I mean, people still deal with trauma in their 40s and 50s and 60s from a childhood. You know what I'm saying? So generational curses, I do feel like they can hinder you, but I feel like if you want better and if you know better,
Yes.
you can do better. So, you know, always look for, if it's something ain't right, of you, or if you feel like, man, mama just ain't, I'm not living like mama. I don't want to live like this. I
Mhm.
don't want to treat my husband or my wife like this, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It, once you know better, and you realize that, take that pivot right then to change your way of thinking,
Yes.
or what you're used to be a better person. So that's my take on generational curses, just to start it off.
I would say like it just depends on the situation, circumstances, and the people. For example, I was a teen mother. My son now he's 23. He saw that I was a teen mother. Well, you know, I was young, I was raising him or whatever. So as he's gotten older, he has no kids. He's 23, like I said. And I think just by him seeing like our struggles at times, or just seeing me like trying to do my very best and be there as a young mother, and you know his dad was incarcerated, it was like one of the things where it was like, you know, he didn't want the same circumstances, so he chose a different path, you know. But I did show him, I was always straight up with my son. I was always showing him things and just instilling values and morals in him, and just let you know, listen, yes, I'm young, yes, you know, we're gonna make this work, this, that, and the third. But I feel like, you know, I'm very proud of him because he did not take that and just go out here and just start having kids. You get what I'm saying? At a young age. So I'm grateful for that. So it's like you all said, it just depends on the mindset, depends on the person, depends on the circumstances and what it is. But I don't feel like it's no right or wrong answer for this, because like the world just has so many different people, things, and just situations, you know?
Yes.
So I just feel like they are a hinder to us if we do not, I guess what everybody else just kind of said, if we don't address them and make some action towards them. I think a lot of that is just having a conversation with your family, amongst each other, and building that confidence in your children that they can overcome what may be forced on them just through their own situations in life or through that generational curse. So identifying what is actually the generational curses of your family, and then creating a solution to put an end to it, I feel like is the best thing to do. But like you said, when most of the times when people or children live in something like seeing their mother struggle as a single mother, they make an attempt to not create that for themselves. So hopefully that will continue to be a theme as we move into these new generations, where they're learning from our mistakes and doing better.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I just think it's on case by case basis. You know what I'm saying? Because some women can look at their single mother and pull strength from that. You know, it's not a negative. It's more of a positive. You know what I'm saying? But I want to go left a little bit while we got Coltrane here. In doing my research, and like you explained, it's what you're dealing with is hereditary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you look at that as a you know, in that type of situation? How do you feel about that when it comes to, and it's a lot of diseases or health issues that's generic, you know what I'm saying? And it's out of our control. So how do you feel from the health perspective?
So to be honest, I don't,
Mhm.
but I believe my mom does, man. She said, man, I'm sorry that this came from me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Mom, listen, you know what I'm saying? There, when I think of strength, like that's what I envision as my mother. You know, a breast cancer survivor,
Wow.
a single mother with 3 boys, man, who like anybody knew my mom, but she wasn't playing about us.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And she was ultra strict. So I don't consider that, because you have no control over, you know, the genetic side of anything.
Exactly.
But speaking to what you were saying about strength, I'm often reminded of the story or the parable of the drunken father with two kids, and he would get real drunk and abuse the kids and abuse the wife and all of that. And those two kids that grew up in that household, one kid repeated the cycle, and the other kid never touched alcohol because he used it to fuel him. And when I think about that, I'm reminded of a Will Smith quote, right? And he said, "It's not your fault what happened to you, but it is your responsibility to heal from it." Whatever generational curse that you're faced with, oftentimes as adults, we use what happened to us or the childhood trauma or whatever as an excuse not to do better or be better. Yes. Listen, man, you have to do the work. You have to do the work to heal from it, or you're doomed to repeat it. If you don't pass the test, you repeat the class.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So
and it's gonna trickle down to the next generation.
Yeah, that's right.
You just set the tone. You set an example for your kids. You know?
If you don't want your kids to go through the things that you went through, and if I'm being honest, man, a lot of these generational curses and things that us as Black people, man, we don't talk about, but everybody know, but we don't talk about it. Don't leave Ray Ray with them kids. Everybody know what Ray Ray do. But ain't nobody talking about it. We got to stop that.
Yeah,
we really got. Yeah.
That's a conversation that matters.
Somebody need to go check Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Put that tool of Ray Ray or something. You know what I'm saying? But we trying to, let Ray Ray get off without, you know what I'm saying? But that's just something different.
And I'm glad you brought that up. And I think that was something that Wendy was thinking of when we came up with the topic was the secrets. You keep so much in this family history or of the.
That's how that.
You know what I mean?
Generational curses just expand and keep moving. Yeah, man. We gotta kill that secrecy. We have to. Our kids' lives are dependent on it.
Let's go to the comments.
Hey guys,
Okay.
So thank you for tuning in. You are watching the award-winning Not Your Average podcast, and we are here with our guy, J. Coltrane. Good day with the building, brother.
Hey.
So let's jump in these comments. So the topic for today is generational curses. Do they hinder us? Stagnate us? How do you guys feel about it? And if so, give us your perspective, excuse me. So to jump in the comments, Donnell, I feel overall they have hurt most. Elaborate for us, Dante. Curse, detrimental. Evangelist Carol Cubbage says a curse is a hindrance in and of itself, but even deeper, we as family refuse to heal and get help. We pass down generations of mess. Absolutely.
Yes.
And again, the topic, if you missed it, was all over the place. Do you think that generational curses, stereotypes has hindered, helped, stagnated, etc. our development as people? What are the reasons for your perspective? So, guys, we would love to hear from you in the comments.
Can you read that one comment from YouTube? I don't think it's coming up on what you're looking at right now.
Okay. Okay. Man Down Sports, the curse, that's the root. The curse, that's the root, because of all our curses won't be broken until we leave this country.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hey,
Elaborate on that. Yeah.
So, yeah, I felt that.
Hey, and that's the conversation we really need to have.
I don't think people want to have that conversation because this country is a mind of its own. Yes. Dante Donnell says times change. That curse typically gets outdated. Corey McCann is watching. Kenneth Clark is watching. Andrew Brown is watching. Thanks for watching, guys. But yeah, those were the comments. So, what do you think about it, Chewy and Wendy? What do you guys have to say about it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way about the generational curses. It is our job, as adults, as human beings, to get the help we need to heal. Not only that, to help other people to not repeat it. Because if it's something that I have went through and I see that it hindered me, it is my job to heal from it. But at the same time, if I see Chewy or somebody going down that same path, it's my job to help her, you know, or my children. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we need to put a stop to it as much as we can.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. We have to do our parts. A lot of it just starts, or all of it, I guess, starts with us. It starts with the actual people or that generation to say, we don't want to see this anymore throughout our lineage. So to me, it's just about taking that time to once again figure out exactly what your generational curse is. Everybody
Yes.
has one. And then finding out a reason to stop it. And a lot of it is stuff that stems probably 6 or 7 or 8 generations down your family.
Mhm.
One of the biggest ones in the Black or African American family is that we don't have a lot of people that go to college. And so that's a generational thing until you have that one person that says, hey, I'm going to take it all the way and I'm going to go get my college degree. So just doing the work to end that generational curse, and so that your family could start to see some of that, the things or the blessings that come with being curse free, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yes.
And let me say this too. So, oftentimes when we think of generational curses, the thing we think of is poverty and things like that. I believe, and this is just me, that it's a fine line in that, because a lot of times we're like, hey man, I didn't have, so we want to give our kids everything they ask for or whatever. Which is creating a brand new generation of curse. You're killing the work ethic, you're killing the hustle, you're killing the ability to go out and make something from nothing. Like, that's a beautiful thing to take your hands and make a way out of nothing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's a fine line you have to walk when you're trying to eradicate those curses from your family or your generation. You know what I mean? You want to do some of the work, but you got to leave some of the work for the person to do themselves. Because if anything that's handed to you, you're not really going to appreciate.
Right.
So it has to be a tag team effort between you and the next generation and trying to eradicate that curse from the generation, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yes.
Just sitting here thinking about the topic itself, I think sometimes we can start the change by even changing our lingo. Just listening to the word generational curse is like we're already like putting things into like a box and saying generational curse. I would rather say generational challenges, you know what I'm saying, or something else, because it's like you're speaking generational curse over your family. Well, my family, everybody alcoholics, or my family, like, so those may just be challenges because every single person in your family that's born don't have to necessarily be born into the alcoholic mentality. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just feel like we can start just on a new leaf and don't even use the lingo generational curses. Hey, my family has substance abuse challenges. You get what I'm saying? But also I feel like the environment, a lot of times in the households, like we don't take the time out to old fashioned get to know each other. We half of the parents don't even know what their kids are into, what their kids are doing, and things like that. So technology has pretty much like shifted the world.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So even if like it was like a generational challenge for your family to drink, like you're not even talking to your kids, so you don't even know if your kid going to parties drinking and doing this and the third, and it's already like at risk because this runs through the bloodline. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like we just need to change the narrative all around the board. It's not an overnight process, but if we just acknowledge that yes, there are maybe greater challenges in the African American community and in the poverty area, the heavily poverty-stricken areas. I can't talk today. Then we, that's a start for me. That's a start. Just knowing.
And saying that you're so boom spot on. A lot of times we look at, like, let's say alcoholism. Well, that, in my opinion, that's a symptom. The curse is addiction. So what else are we're prone to addiction. What else are we addicted to? It could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be food, it could be working out, you know what I'm saying, steroid, whatever. You know what I mean? But you have to look for, we're a lot of times we're treating the symptom and not the illness.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we have to be careful in that too, man. It's and I keep saying we have to be careful, man, because it's work. It's real work. It's real work. Everybody looking for a streamlined, short way to get out of this and get out of that, man. It takes work. There's no shortcut. And that's what I tell the kids in wrestling all the time. There's no shortcut to greatness.
Yes.
You have to go through everything to get to greatness.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have to.
So let's flip it. Let's go with positive things when it comes to generation to generation. Let's talk about some positive things.
What do you mean by that? Like saying some generational, positive generational, I don't want to say curses, or generational challenges, or
Okay, so for example, my mom was a hard worker. She liked nice things like that. Me seeing her work all the time and her work ethic, it transferred to me. You know, my work ethic, I'm dependable. I go to work. I want to make sure I do my job the best way I know how to do it. So I saw that and watched my mom do it, and it kind of shifted off to me, you know. So for me, that's like something generational because my siblings are the same way. Like work. Like, you know, we going to get it. That's just that. And that's just an example. So just things that you saw growing up, or maybe like, you know, let's say another thing, college is heavy in my family, right? Let's go to my dad's side. My dad's side, it's the thing to graduate from Carolina. You get what I'm saying? So that's like a generational thing over there, but it's a positive one. You get what I'm saying?
That's almost like the health thing we was talking about, man. Studies have shown that if you are a male that has been incarcerated, you know, there's a 41% increase that your child will be incarcerated. Well, wouldn't that be the same if you're an entrepreneur or if you're a college graduate or whatever? You know, we are products of our environment. So I think that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? I worked for a guy who has his own business. Well, his father had his own business and his mother had her own business, and their grandfather had, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's one of those things that, you know, trickled down, man. The hustle, the hustle, but it all starts with communication. We really got to talk to the people we live with. You know what I mean? Just think about that. Like, people really just go home and everybody pick up their phones. Everybody turn on the TV. Somebody turn on the game or whatever. You really got to, you know, instill these values in each other. You know what I'm saying? And challenge each other. You got your friend group. You know what I'm saying? We challenge each other. Like, who's gonna be the flyers when we come out or whatever? Challenge each other. Hey, man, yo, bro, you talked to your kids this week? You know, I'm that guy. Hey, man, what your son doing? You out here, you out here politicking with me? You ain't hollered at your son? Bring him next time. You know what I'm saying? And I've stepped on a few toes, and I don't care. Again, I told y'all earlier, I don't care. What y'all gonna do to me, man? My kidneys failing. You can't do nothing to me more than what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I challenge every man to be a father to his kids, you know, because I needed a father. You know what I'm saying? So if you experience that, if you experience not having your father in your life, how could you do that to your child? You know what I mean? But again, so these are things, and just for this reason, that's why I do it. These are things that are important, because how can you like, I had to literally, man, I was in my 30s still learning how to be a man because my father didn't teach me. And my mom could teach me a lot of things, but she couldn't teach me man-law. Like what's important to a man, like shake a hand, when look a man in his eyes when you shake his hand. What if you say it, do it. Your word is more valuable than any amount of money. These things, like, she couldn't teach me that. You know what I mean? So I'm still learning this stuff, how to change a tire, you know what I'm saying? Fix a hole in the drywall. You know, these are skills that, you know what I mean, that I can pass down to my kids and grandkids or whatever. And what's crazy, that my father has. The dude can fix anything. I ain't learned how to fix nothing from this guy. We got the same face. damn near the same name. You know what I'm saying? And he live on John Street. You know what I'm saying? Southside, you know, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'm not just spitting out stuff. You know what I mean? I'm talking about real life experience.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But so we have to communicate. We have to be active. We have to do the work and have the tough conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? One thing to try to help, because I think everything that we do usually is a trauma response from our childhood. As parents, we gotta apologize when we wrong these kids. We gotta apologize. That's part of building a better tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I told you to do that, man. I thought it was gonna work, man. My bad. Sorry. You know, but I don't have. Pops don't got all the answers. I'm doing the best with what I got, man. I'm sorry. You have to understand that I would never do anything to hurt you on purpose. So if it didn't work, you know, let's try to figure it out together. But a lot of times we're like, hey, because I said so. I'm real big on not killing the kids. Why? You know what I'm saying? Because if you tell them, don't ask me why, and then eat the bread come through in the van and say get in the car. I can't ask adults why. I'm just in the car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Eat the bread. I was gonna eat the bread.
Hey, everybody still eat the bread. To this day.
Yes. So, ladies, what do you have down there?
So I feel I kind of want to pull something that Coltrane said, which is just about creating those family times, creating that family time in that zone where your kids are able to speak. I'm really big on that. If you know me and my kids, you know, like they're super comfortable with me. I'm super comfortable with them. We have a really open communication relationship, and a lot of that comes from just enforcing that family time. And that time they'll put your phone down, come in here, let's talk about it, and really get to connect with each other. I think that allows for that positive growth. And then secondly, just like Coach Ray was saying, that accountability factor. These children will never change if we do not show them that we are changing. We can't continue to act in the same way and expect them to do different things. I know we did speak about the children that watch their parents do things and they either go the right way or the left way. I feel a lot of that is bringing your children along. So a lot of times you'll see my kids with me when I'm out and doing stuff and working, and that's so that they don't just see the money. Like the check just don't come home and just come out through the sky. You see me out here grinding, you see me working, you see me on my computer when I'm at home doing all types of stuff. So once you instill that part of it, you can't hide it from them. And I think that is where they get those that work ethic from. You know, y'all know Cam work harder than most adults, you know, and he's 12. And that comes from him just having that work ethic instilled. My father taking him everywhere, anytime that he was working, and he was able to see that constantly. And so I think that plays a role in it as well. So not just them seeing us doing it is going to allow them to do it, but we have to allow them to experience that with us. If that makes sense.
Yes. I agree with everybody pretty much on the panel. But I can think about something that back in the day that my kids did enjoy, which we used to have like a rap session. It was called rap session back then. Those were the moments where you can come together and you can really express how you feel without me having to be like what I got coming up. Like, it's because of what I said, you know, like that. I was trying to do something different and they enjoyed that. So it's pretty much like y'all saying, communicate with the kids, talk to the kids or the adults. Let your kids feel like they can always come and talk to you about anything. So it's really pretty much having that comfort and at the same time making them feel safe that they can come and talk to you. You know, I think that also is part of breaking those generational challenges, because a lot of times we couldn't. Sometimes, you know, it was like no, because of because I said so, and then you will feel like you wanted somebody to talk to. You know, sometimes you can turn to the wrong person or wrong people to talk to, but you always want to make your family feel safe to talk to you. So yeah, and that also that positive, like what you're saying, work ethic. So that's good.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. You are watching the award-winning Not Your Average podcast. Please make sure you share the live. Share the live for a chance to win $25 at the end of each and every show. And also, let me go ahead and read these two great comments.
Make sure y'all share that live.
Share that live.
Hey, share it.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Coltrane White.
We the home of share the live. Know that.
Evangelist Kara Cubbage says Black people have been conditioned to keep secrets and refrain from repeating what goes on in the house, must stay in the house. This mindset caused us to believe we are conditioned to do it the way our parents did it or the way we have been taught. But as we evolve, it's time to speak up and speak out and be the change you want to and need to see. And no more blaming 50 years of history on why people won't do better. Trauma has affected every generation of Black people. Now that we are on equal ground, let's do something about it. Maybe y'all issue ain't mine, but we can come together and heal together.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Preach.
Can we get the clap?
That's
That young dog preach.
Jean says, Jean Blackman says, peace and love. Evangelist Kara Cubbage also says, I believe you are your environment. Name your first 5 friends, and that describes where you headed is a real thing. Bad company corrupts good morals. So we do better by who we are around and what we allow to be a part of us. We teach by how we live. Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we see what you're doing. Awesome. Very great comments. And shout out to Bella J. Wright. She said, good topic, friends. That is my friend. Thank you for tuning in tonight, darling. Man Down Sports says someone in the family has to create an environment or a habit of perpetual excellence to give the generation after them a blueprint to follow.
Yes.
Preach.
Hey.
Thank you all so much for your participation.
Yeah.
Great comments tonight. So it's time, y'all. We have some
Yes.
very, very special tonight.
Ooh.
And we're gonna let Wendy take it away.
Okay. This is the Nacho Average Guess What 5-minute blindfold challenge. Okay. And look, people in the comments, listen up, because you all will be involved. Okay. This game consists of 4 different things in a cup. You will be blindfolded. You will have to use your senses to tell what is in the cup. Let's see who's gonna get it right, y'all. Okay. Yes. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find somebody in the comments. Each of us will find one person in the comments, and we're going to tell them what we have in our cup. Okay. We're going to have a timer set for 3 minutes. Me and Chewy are partners. Ashley and William are partners. Okay. We're going to blindfold ourselves, and then we're going to put our hands in the cup. While this is happening, you guys can guess what's in the cup as well. If somebody does win, we're going to take our blindfolds off and sit here and allow those people that we inbox to put in the comments and reveal what was in our cups. Okay? Y'all got it?
All in the live so we can know who to message. If you hear, can we
Yes,
get
yes.
Hey.
Can we get a hand raise? Who's in the comments? We need to text you.
Yeah. we need lifeline.
Okay.
So Bella J. Wright, yes, I text you. So yes,
Okay, let me
that's what's
see
in
who
my
I'm
cup.
texting.
Hey. You gotta text Coltrane.
Oh,
She's in the
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
Hi, Corey
It's in the
McCann.
cup.
Welcome. And
I'm a
awesome,
text.
awesome live today, Corey. Thank you for always being passionate
Hey,
about what
Corey.
you do and standing on business.
I'm
We
gonna
appreciate
text
you in the community.
Jean, I guess.
Corey, you wanna be my person?
Coley Kennedy raised hand.
Yeah, Jean Blackman, I'm texting you.
That's my god brother, y'all.
Cause on.
Love you.
Okay.
I got yak in my cup.
Got super hot.
You better not have no.
Nah, you gotta touch it with your hands.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Am I going first?
We can go for whichever way. It doesn't matter.
Oh, what am I taking? What am I sending?
Okay.
You putting what you have in your cup
Okay.
to that person.
I'm gonna send it to Coltrane and Corey.
Jane, did you get it? He got it.
Y'all ready?
Okay, let me put my blindfold on.
I gotta put mine on.
Yeah,
One at a time.
everybody put their blindfold. We all going at the same time.
Okay.
All right, the TV gone now.
No, it's me. Yeah, it's the
Y'all ready?
All right.
I'm ready. Hold on, y'all got your blindfolds on?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all do now.
Can they still see us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna go one at a time, talking to each other though.
Oh.
Like you go with Ashley. All four going, talking at the
Okay.
same time, but you're
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going-
okay.
You gotta give me a wait.
Okay, where's your cup?
Got the cup,
Where's
I
your
got
cup,
the
Chew?
cup.
Coltrane.
You got to swap with me.
Thank you,
Oh,
Coach.
okay, yep.
Ooh,
All right, let's fill in there. What is it?
where's it at, Coltrane?
Oh my goodness.
Is.
Is this?
Okay.
Is mine? Oh, I mean,
Heavy.
is
Y'all
this
let me know when y'all
oatmeal?
ready.
Chewy dig in there. Is this oatmeal?
It was wet.
Okay.
Why is it wet?
Go ahead, fill on in there.
What is it?
Okay, it ain't no
Ooh,
smell.
is this
It's no smell, y'all. It's no smell.
oatmeal for mine? Oh, Chewy got it.
Okay, is it time to reveal?
Yes. Chewy said.
She said oatmeal. Okay.
Bam.
I'm gonna say
No, you gotta keep it in the cup.
Yo.
I think mine is I think I have cotton balls.
Okay.
Do I
All
have
right,
cotton
y'all
balls?
ready? You can take a. We gotta wait for the person to.
Okay.
Yo, that cup is
Y'all
wild.
Y'all
Okay.
ready? Put it in the
I was like, I
comments.
got cotton balls.
Ew, Wendy.
Let them put it in the comments. Let that.
I know this potty
Okay, you put it in the comments, Jean.
right, like ew. Coltrane, I still don't know what it is. So
Y'all already know what y'all's is? William, did you? Okay. All right, viewers, you can put it in the comments.
oh, well, they're not gonna know. Okay,
You
so-
texted to them, didn't you? What it was?
Yeah. Oh, I thought they was gonna guess what's in the cup. Mine is nasty. I can tell you that. Steak.
Okay. How many people is guessing? Okay. So Bella says Ashley has melted marshmallows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, take your blindfolds off. Evangelist Cubbage, she said it was cream of wheat. That was her guess.
Cream of wheat.
Who did anybody? No, she just guessing in the comments.
Oh, you had melted marshmallows.
Okay. All right. So the reveal is Chewy's was potted meat.
I knew it was potted.
Potted meat.
Mine was oatmeal
Yes.
from Chewy. Ashley, what was yours?
Mine was with that in my cup. Oh, it was cotton balls. I got mine.
That William put in your cup?
My cup. Yes.
Okay. And what did you put in his cup?
Oh, I put melted marshmallows.
Okay. So y'all.
I don't care.
I didn't think it was gonna get worse than
Who did
melted
Melted marshmallows.
who did you inbox, Ashley?
I inboxed Bella J, right?
Okay, so she had it right. But
Mhm.
you know, Evangelist Cubbage, she was close. She said marshmallows.
Oh yeah, that's what I had. Thank you.
Yeah, and she was also close in the comments when she said, "Oh, well, she was correct when she said oatmeal for Chewy."
don't know how that began. Yeah, that's right here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. How about now, guys? Can you hear?
Can you hear us?
Okay, what's up?
Verizon, can you hear? Can we? Oh, never mind. They don't sponsor us. Never mind. Okay, yay, it's back. Thank you,
Yay.
Bella. Thank you. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the award-winning Not Your Average podcast. We definitely appreciate you guys always tuning in and supporting. Please make sure you go ahead and share the live. Share the live for a chance to win $25 at the end of each and every episode, each and every Monday. We do air at 7:30 each and every Monday.
Yes.
So go ahead and take it away, Miss Kim.
All right. So I'm guessing that y'all didn't hear the information about Coltrane. I think they went out at the claps. So with that being said, thank you again, Wendy, for a wonderful game.
Yes.
Thank you, Coltrane, for stepping in. Today we were focusing a lot of our show on J. Coltrane and his journey to find a donor, a kidney donor. So if you have any information or if you know somebody who would like to be that donor for him or you yourself, feel free to contact him at
That's JAI, Big Train, Cold Train. Just inbox me, and I'll give you more information. I have, like I said, a plethora of information to give. There's a lady named Tashi, something like that, down in the VA in Houston. She's real good at giving you the initial survey to fill out. You get that back to her, then she'll take you the next steps. So yeah, just inbox me. I got a number and everything. You'll give her my name, my last four social, and things of that nature, and she'll know what to do from there.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. So,
Thank you.
Hired, Coltrane, hired. Okay, so let's go with the Nacho quote, go over the wheel. So if it's your first time here, we want to welcome you to Not Your Average Podcast. Each and every Monday, we give away $25 to one lucky viewer who decided to share the live. If you indeed have shared the live and we were able to see it on our Facebook page, we have added your name to our Nacho wheel. At the end of every show, we spin the wheel and give away $25 to one lucky viewer. So if you have not shared the live, this is the perfect time to do so. And you can go ahead and put share it up in the comments. And then we're also going to go over the people that we currently have on the wheel in a minute.
Yes.
Okay, I was like,
Share the live.
Somebody
We got a couple minutes. Y'all got a hot 32 seconds. So make sure you're sharing that live. And guys, if you have a hot topic that you would like for us to discuss, you can always leave it on our Nacho Average Podcast page or inbox us and just give us some ideas about topics that you guys would like to talk about or like to hear. Or if you have any ideas, we're open for it.
oh, that's wild.
There we go. There we go. We're going to teach class afterwards. Don't worry about it.
Yes, I love my training classes with
Yeah.
Coltrane.
Each one teach one.
We call you Coltrane, Train.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Train up a child. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
We haven't split the wheel yet, guys. We're
Yes.
about to spin it like in the next
30 seconds. Okay, so let's go over the names. It is a short list today, so if you do not hear your name called, I might have missed it. So you can go ahead and put it in the comments, and we'll make sure that you add it for your fair chance. So at the top, I have Miss Felicia Clapp.
Felicia.
I'm not your mama. Dante Donnell, Miss Keedrian Coldren. Hey, Keedrian. Jason Harrison, Activist Pressure, and Michael Chestnut. Thank you guys for sharing live. Again, if I missed your name, put it in the comments so we can add you in. In the meantime, you hear me though. In the meantime, we're about to go over our Nacho quote for the week. And it says, our struggles are created by focusing on our limitations. Our hopes are created by focusing on our possibilities. Yes. So, we talk a lot about mindset here on Nacho. So change your mindset. Whatever you woke up with today, try something different tomorrow and see how that affects your day or your life, for sure.
Preach.
Yes. Do we have any new names?
Yes, you have Damani Myers.
Damani! Okay.
We have T Nice Rowe.
T-Nice. Oh, T-Nice, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We have LeVar Simpson.
Ooh, I was...
And did you do Bella J. Wright?
Okay.
What did J stand for, Bella J?
Hey.
What did J stand for?
I know, she sounds like an artist.
Right.
It's Joy.
All right, it's good.
Yeah, Joy. That's it?
Yes. Sesame Sealed.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, no, that's not a name?
Huh?
What's Sesame Seal?
No, it's closed.
Oh. What was that? You just made something up?
I like how you spell that.
I was like,
I never heard of Open Sesame, Closed Sesame. You never heard it?
I never heard of Sesame Sealed.
It's the opposite of Open Sesame. Close it.
You should have just said 68. Ain't that the thing?
Arenzi Hooks, did you share that?
Like, no.
I said, appreciate all of you so much. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we about to spin. I'm going to let Coltrane.
Announce Carol Cubbage said she don't see her name.
Okay, Miss Carol, I apologize.
Sometimes it's hard to see the names. That's why we always ask you guys to make sure we have it.
Yes.
But we thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about that, Evangelist.
We set to go?
We ready. Okay,
Alright,
so we're just going to click it right here. I don't think my mouse working because it ain't plugged in. Yeah.
Of course. Well, that's one reason it won't work.
All right, not too much, Coach Ryan. Spin it. We ride and spinners.
Evangelist Karen said, y'all know y'all be blessed.
And the winner is J. Coltrane.
Oh, Coltrane!
It's a T-Nice Rowe.
Yes!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, T-Nice.
T-Nice won on play. She came for the Queens.
Yes, she did, and we gave them to you, okay?
My bad.
It's all good. We closing out?
Yep, ready to go.
All right, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the award-winning Not Your Average podcast. Coltrane, you got any last words for the people?
Hey, man, hey, be good to each other, be good to yourself.
Yes.
That's right. I'm your main man, William Hudson 365.
And I'm your girl, Ashley Good, better known as Ash Bash in your city.
Yes, and I am Kimberly Hussey, formerly Miss Chewy Monroe.
And I am Wendy Armstrong, also known as Wendy HLP.
And I am Jay Big Train Coltrane, also known as Train Nation.
Yes.
That's right, y'all. And together we are
Not Your Average Podcast.
Take us out.
Have a good night.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
I get to go to training.
Yeah, so I seen the mutes lit up. I was like, oh, that's great.
Yes,
but
that's what I said.
every time you
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me put this up. Oh, yeah, my thing ain't working. Oh, that's the wrong one. We try to give it a little minute to fade out. Okay, go ahead, but I'm listening.
Yeah, so every time you disconnect or like that thing short out or whatever, it's gonna mute just because it's just making sure that nothing went wrong.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a StreamYard safety function.
So anytime I unplug or plug something in, I need to make sure that we off of mute.
So and like
Yeah.
so I hate like the Mac, like my
You hate the MacBook.
yeah, my laptop is touchscreen, so whenever that happens, I just hit it real quick.
Oh,
You know
the
what I mean?
mute button.
Yeah. And
It's
then
all right. We gonna get touchscreen one day, Coach Ray. Matt was